Welcome back to our coverage. Tornadoes destroying Florida's Treasure Coast. It's all caught on video. There's a massive twister ripping through a neighborhood in West Palm Beach. Watch this, too.
Oh! Violent tornado. Violent.
Sparks flying during an apparent tornado in Fort Pierce, and that footage was captured by responders from the United Cajun Navy. It also shows a semi-truck overturned in the road. The group says they brought the driver to safety. Also, the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office leveled by a tornado. St. Lucie reported 19 confirmed tornadoes and multiple deaths, and we await details on that. Janice Dean, as you have been telling us for days, this is going to be a big storm. And what do you think of the aftermath?
Well, if I could have a do-over, I think I would focus on the fact that we could have tornadoes because, we focused on the storm surge, very dangerous across the West Coast. We focused on the very heavy rain, 18 inches in St. Petersburg. We focused on the hurricane force winds. But with these landfalling hurricanes, we can see tropical tornadoes. The difference is that it wasn't just a few. There were historic tornadoes and ones that you would typically see in the Great Plains, wedge tornadoes, violent tornadoes. And I think that is, the eye-opener here is 126 most warnings issued statewide in a single day for Florida. So this was a prolific event and one that we don't see very often with hurricanes, but usually you see a potential tornado outbreak when they are very strong. There's a lot of energy and deep tropical moisture, and it just felt so soupy across Florida. So this was something that you would typically see in an outbreak, when we go on TV and say there's a cold front and there's a lot of cold air moving into a warm air mass. That's what happened. And so, in hindsight, I think I will warn more about tornadoes going forward when I do forecasting for tropical storms. Wind gusts, we still have a hurricane, by the way, 85-mile-per-hour sustained winds offshore. We've got 40-mile-per-hour winds along the coast, not done yet. That's going to continue throughout the next couple of hours. The storm is quickly moving out to sea, but look at how big it is, and that's one other thing we focused on. It was a small Category 5 storm, relatively speaking, and once it interacted with that cold front, it got bigger. So it's 500 miles wide, and that's why we're still seeing impacts along the East Coast, Dana. And of course, it's going to take time to get out there and assess the damage. But I would say the takeaway from this was the incredible amount of tornadoes and the deaths because of that.
And tell me a little bit about what you mentioned yesterday, that this was going to happen at high tide.
Well, we were lucky because this storm actually came in earlier than we first predicted. We were thinking it was going to be a midnight, overnight situation, and it made its right-hand turn around 8:30. So it missed high tide, which actually helped, save a lot of these towns. I'm not saying that we're not going to wake up and see damage in parts of Sarasota, maybe Fort Myers, but it could have been a whole lot worse.
All right, Janice Dean, thank you so much. Bill?